Of the greatest singers of all time, Michael Jackson has had some issues with his skin color throughout his career. After retiring, he made an appearance in the media for his odd behavior. In any case, what makes Michael Jackson so fascinating, and for what reason is his music so catchy? Here are 10 unusual realities about Michael Jackson that you presumably didn't have the foggiest idea. Hello, a Mindset family YouTube channel. Number 1. Jackson's dad constrained him to play music. While growing up, Michael Jackson's dad, Joe Jackson, would drive Michael close by his kin to rehearse music. When they played the wrong note or made a mistake, he would frequently whip or hit them. Joe's mentality was to keep Michael and his kin off the streets and away from possess. Thus, being brought up in this way meant that they never had numerous companions. Experiencing childhood in this climate constrained Michael to be awesome at what he did artistically and caused a great deal of mental strain on. Number 2. He lived in an amusement park. Michael Jackson turned his ranch into an amusement park and a home at the same time. The entertainment mecca had a petting zoo, thrill rides, rail lines, crash mobiles, a Ferris wheel, and a merry-go-round. Number 3. Jackson took his llamas to the recording studio. Jackson had a petting zoo on his ranch with a lot of animals, including 2 very special llamas. They were called Lola and Luis, and they got to visit the recording studio with Jackson. When Jackson brought them in while working with Freddie Mercury, the frontman of Queen, one particular day, it caused a great deal of controversy. In 1983, during a cooperation recording with Mercury in Los Angeles, Jackson chose to bring along his pet llama, Luis. Number 4. He showed up on TV in the Soviet Association. Jackson made an appearance in the Soviet Union's first Western-themed commercial in 1988. Despite the fact that the Soviet Union was cut off from the rest of the world by the Iron Curtain, Michael Jackson was able to cross it. Jackson worked with PepsiCo for a long time and was featured in their ads. Later, they shot an advertisement together for the Soviet Union. Number 5. Michael Jackson was gifted a 5,000-pound elephant. In 1991, Jackson was gifted an Asian elephant by entertainer Elizabeth Taylor. After he granted her permission to hold her wedding on his ranch, Taylor gave the elephant to Jackson. Jackson called the elephant Wanderer, and it weighed around 5,000 pounds, 2,268 kilograms. Number 6. Jackson has a clinical focus named after him. On the set for recording a business for Pepsi on January 27, 1984, Jackson's hair burst into flames. The mishap was brought about by fireworks, and Jackson was left with severe singing to his scalp. Subsequently, to cover the scarring, Jackson went through rhinoplasty medical procedure. Pepsi privately addressed any remaining issues by paying Jackson. Michael gave $0.5 million to the clinical focus in California that treated his consumes. Number 7. Michael Jackson's skin tone changed in light of skin sickness. If you look at a photograph of Jackson from the get-go in his profession to one towards the end, you will see a dramatic change in his appearance. One of the most controversial and recognizable changes was his complexion. Jackson's primary care physician said that he had vitiligo, a skin infection where the shade of your skin changes. However, there are numerous different contemplations and speculations. A lot of people think that he changed his skin tone on purpose and was embarrassed by his original color. Number 8. In 1992, Michael Jackson was delegated a ruler. In 1992, Jackson visited the West Shore of Africa on his visit, and he was energetically invited by local people. They decided to make him king in a small village on the Ivory Coast because they loved him so much. Jackson was delegated Lord Sani and given the name Michael Jackson Amalaman Ano by the clan leader. A full function was held, including moving and conventional drumming, in the town of Crinjabo. Number 9. He designed gravity-challenging shoes. You may be familiar with his well-known moonwalk and the fact that he can lean at an angle that would be nearly impossible for humans. This was all a direct result of his gravity-resisting shoes. The U.S. patent number 5,250,452 was given to Jackson to use for his popular exhibition. Despite the fact that Jackson didn't design the moonwalk, he was the master at it. Number 10. Jackson turned into an activity figure. Truth be told, close by any semblance of Barbie and G.I. Joe, there was a Michael Jackson kids doll. In 1997, Road Life delivered a Michael Jackson doll to offer to the European market. The plan was of Jackson when he kept the music video for Dark or White in 1991. It was delivered to the European market simultaneously as Jackson's Set of Experiences World Visit.